Welcome back to Sports Federation TV. If you've just joined in, we continue our discussion about softball. As you know, this is the focus for the next 4 weeks. We'll be focusing on a range of different softball clubs within the Cape Metro. We're joined in studio by one of the clubs and one of the chairpersons particularly. Kathy, you well?
Yes, I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. Carla, you good?
I'm very good.
Good. Kathy, Glenthorn A's. Tell us a bit about, a little bit of a history about Glenthorn A's. Where does it come from?
Glenthorn Softball Club started in 1984. We were 10 members who split away from the Ridgeville Softball Club. We started our games at City Park, which was then called Western Province Softball. We've been around ever since. We've grown our club, even though we were 10 members, we've grown our club. At one stage we were quite a huge club. We were posting with about 3 senior teams, 3 junior teams and a T-ball team. We also posted quite a bit with a couple of SA players by the name of Sidney Chafter, Carla. I think 90% of our players are provincial players. And they've come through the ranks ever since. I mean, ever since we've started, we've always had provincial players in our team, in our club. So, yeah, after unification, we actually had even more. There was a stage when there was a break in our club where certain players left our club. We thought Glenthorn was just going to fold. We managed to take a young 16-year-old bunch of girls, groom them, and those are the girls playing today.
And those are the girls that won the league title and
the knockout titles for the past 3 years.
Yep.
Yes.
Carla, you've been part of that plan and
Yeah.
part of that squad. What's it like playing in Glenthorn?
It's quite an amazing team to play for. In terms of the vibe between the girls, it's literally like a whole family-based club. Especially, I mean, we're growing up from like 17-year-olds. Eventually, now all of us into our 20s and our 30s. So we've quite a family-established club at the moment, and the atmosphere that we have is a really good atmosphere within our team, and I think that is what makes us so successful as a club and as a team. Also, I think lots of laughs in our team. That's the main thing. For us, it's about, going out there and having fun most of the time. At the same time, we get to actually just win our games while we're having fun. So I think it's a real like sisterly team, actually. So that's what you can call it, yeah.
And that's what keeps the club together. I mean, it's about that camaraderie within a club,
Yeah.
your club and any other club that keeps people going.
Yes,
Yeah.
team sport I think does that, because if you aren't a team, you don't succeed. And most girls, when they squabbles, seem to be the eye person, but I see in Glenthorn, there's no eyes there. They are, I don't know, if anything happens to me, somebody's got my back. So, and I've seen this growing through the ranks, and I mean, I haven't been playing competitive softball for years, but be it from the little ones to the masters, there's always that camaraderie amongst the girls.
Absolutely. Kathy, you touched on the Masters, and we'll explore that in a bit. Let's take a look at the footage of this past 3 weeks ago where the Masters played the Super League team in a preparation for the national tournament. Let's check it out. As you can see, there were some young ladies and some more mature ladies. Let's put it that way, Kathy. Colin, tell us a bit about what's it like being an SA player. People have this misperception that it's all glamour and glory. Is it that, or is it lots of hard work? Give us an overview. What's it like being a softball SA player?
It's a lot of hard work. Specifically, you have to be physically fit, number one. I mean, you're going out there, the tournament is like literally over 3 weeks. Besides that, you're battling with, the other elements of, the wind or sun and stuff like that. So you have to be physically fit firstly. And there's a bit of glamour to it. It's nice, being recognized for your talent in your sport and actually just getting your name out there as a softball player and as a softball team. In terms of eating properly, training all the time, it's not as easy as it seems. I mean, specifically, I know a few of the players that train up to 5 times a day,
Sure.
which is sometimes maybe twice a day. This is gym work and stuff like that. And then obviously focusing on the softball batting or their own little elements that
Yeah.
they need to fix within their play. It's a really good environment to be in, going to the World Games and stuff. It's something that you have to experience as a softball player. It really just makes you want to have that passion to come back and to play your sport and just to give back to the community after seeing that type of sportsmanship out there. And I think really it would be so nice for youngsters to experience that. And I think we've had actually a Junior World Series within Cape Town. And luckily, a lot of youngsters got to see that. And I think it's inspired a lot of youngsters to go out there and also want to be a great softball player one day.
Absolutely, and as Noah said and Christina said earlier, that the part of the new committee's plan is to create a mentorship plan for
Yeah.
the younger players, people like yourselves who've been there, to
Yeah.
take 1 or 2 juniors under their wings and say, let's walk with you and let's take
Yeah.
it to the next level. So come 2020, when softball and baseball is at the Olympics,
Yeah.
you may not make it, you may be a master by then, or you
I think I have the capacities to still be there.
but some people may not, who
Yeah.
are playing in your team as an
Yes,
example.
no, correct.
So those players should then mentor the younger ones and lead them up.
Yes, yeah.
Kathy, let's talk a bit about the other elements of your club. You guys have a masters team. Tell us a bit about that.
Our masters team, we stem from the old Super League team, and so every year there is a besides the normal masters, there's an old school tournament, and we at that 3 years ago decided that we should get ourselves together and start playing in the Masters League. We are still very much competitive. We enjoy playing amongst each other. And the Super League of today watched those girls play when they were little, and they always emulated the other players, the Cindy's, the Almaries, the Lynns. That's what they wanted to be. And that is, I think, the culture that we should be getting into now that Carl is talking about letting softball being so exciting. So when they were young, they saw us play, they wanted to be exactly that type of person and that type of player. So our girls at this stage, we still play a very decent game, I think. We still can compete with them. We cannot compete much with the bat as much as they do, but we still have the energy, the ability. It hasn't left us.
And the passion is still there
And
for the
the
game.
passion is definitely there, yes.
Carla, what do you think are your prospects as the Glenthorn Super League team going into the new season? And we know it starts on the 17th of October. So what do you think are the prospects as the league title holders?
Well, obviously to maintain that. Look, obviously being title holders for this long, there will always be teams coming at you. But I think the most important part is, not to underestimate our opponents or the opponents in that matter. To always go out there and to train harder than everybody, to work harder than everybody, to basically want the game more than what anyone else does. And that's the type of passion and drive that my team has. And that for me is an amazing thing to feel coming from a team. It inspires you to wanna play and wanna give you all. And I think right now for us, maybe like our team goal right now is to better ourselves. You know, maybe just to work on our good plays and then improve on that as well, not just our weaknesses as well. I think we have a few weaknesses, but it's also our strengths at the same time. And we have two amazing coaches who've come on board now, and I think they are basically drilling us and getting us to be a more successful team. Unfortunately, we lost one game this season, but I mean, sometimes you have to lose to better yourself and to see, okay, this is where I went wrong, this is where I want to improve. And I think with the team that we have right now, I think we're going to be staying there for a very long time.
That's your opinion.
Yes, definitely.
Can I record that?
Yes, you may.
Okay. We'll call you back at the end of the season and see and measure it. Kathy, what's next for Glenthorn? What's up on the cards? What have you got planned as a club?
Well, we're driving ourselves to become the club we used to be. We've lost some players along the way, some juniors, and we're looking at using some schools to, me personally, to coach, to go out there and get some players, get some youth growing and getting them back, because the gap between our youth and our senior players is way too huge. And I've been trying to get some of our master ladies as well, get in there, help me. They know the drills, they can assist me in doing and growing our team. We have a second team, they are just there to enjoy the game. I believe that our second team should be our feeder team, but that's something we're going to work on. Financial aid is always required, but in the other instance, we ourselves are going to be driving that. We looking at branding our club and making our club be seen at this, so that people want to be part of the Glenthorn team, part of this brand. So that is my drive for the season.
And that's what's going to get Glenthorn back to its former glory, in your opinion?
In my opinion, yes, with the likes of Carla and her teammates, I mean, because of their passion and everybody else's passion, I think, yes, we can do it. We can be the club we used to be, with the 2 senior teams, 3 junior teams, and that's our drive for the season. Yes.
Absolutely. In closing, how do people get hold of you if they want to know more about the Glenthorn?
I'm Catherine Erasmus. You can get me on my email, cerasmus@efsnet.co.za. You're welcome to call me on my cell phone, which is 084 55 62 818. Carla can
Alternatively,
give
Facebook,
you can
Twitter.
get me on Facebook, it's Carla Swanepoel, or you can get me on Instagram, which is CJ214WP. And we have a Glenthorn Facebook group as well, so it's Glenthorn A's softball group as well. And alternatively, you can contact me on my email address, which is cj214wp@gmail.com. And alternatively, if you need to phone me, we're looking to getting youth involved. If you want to get your sports, your schools out there, getting youth back, you can contact us on 079 7923 446.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you. Good luck for the season, and we'll be watching to see whether you can hold that title.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Elton.
Let's take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll be chatting something completely different. See you now.